Good Wednesday morning to you. Thank you for waking up with News 4 this morning, this January 6th. I'm Andre Hepkins.
And I'm Laura Hettiger in for Emily Rao. Kent says there could be a few chances for rain later this week. We will check in with him in 4 minutes. But first, to the story that has St. Louis talking this morning. News 4 is working to learn more about an overnight car crash involving a police officer. Highways from San Francisco to LA to San Diego all flooded, trapping several cars in the standing water. Now, the record-tying El Nino is slamming the Golden State.
Was not capable of supporting 3 professional sports teams.
That's a bold statement in these parts, especially when you consider this city was named the top sports city for 2015 by the Wall Street Journal. The Journal ranked cities by winning percentage during the calendar year of 2015. Lawmakers in Illinois need to be held accountable, and that is why he is supporting a measure to recall elected officials. News 4 continues to watch out for those trying to navigate flooded roads in the Metro East. Highways are still closed and are causing a traffic nightmare for many of you drivers each day.
Like all week, we've been saying it's the first Monday of 2016.
But
today, it's actually the second Friday of 2016.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Wonder if our meteorologist on duty is as excited as you are.
Are you, Kent? Please tell us you are.
Wow.
That is the face of excitement.
Well, I will say this. Booyah, it's Friday.
Nice.
Woo.
Breaking news out of Paris this morning. Police say they have stopped what might have been another terror attack. Luckily, the damage was limited to only the school's athletic areas. Our Mugo Digwe joins us live from Eureka with the FBI has launched a first-of-its-kind database in the United States, and the target is actually animal abusers. New this morning, tax season can often be frustrating, especially if you have to contact the IRS. Well, now we are finding out that getting through to that agency may soon get even more difficult. Maribel Aber joins us live in New York to explain. Maribel, this is news none of us really want to hear right now.
Absolutely. Good morning, Laura.
Metro East churchgoers discover hidden cameras inside their church, and now the big question remains, what were those cameras recording?
Not too far away from where 170 meets 70.
This all happened at the St. Charles Rock Road in Hanley. Our Kelly Davis has been making calls on this all morning, trying to learn more about how this happened. So Kent is tracking some scattered rain this morning, but it is not going to be a washout. We will check in with him in just 4 minutes. But first, one of our photographers came across this 2-car crash on Riverview just south of 270 early this morning. As you can see in this video, one car flipped over. Back to traffic for just a moment. Mark and I mentioned it, but lanes on Highway 67 from the Clark Bridge to the Missouri River are still closed in West Alton because of all of that flooding. We are told that water
That St. Louis cannot support 3 professional sports teams.
The proposal was leaked last night, something a lot of people are going to be talking about today, and it states that any NFL club that signs on to the stadium proposal will be well on the road to financial ruin. It further suggests the NFL would be harmed as well. All the latest gadgets are on display, so of course we had to ask our Steve Harris to take a look at some of this year's featured items. He joins us from the newsroom with more. Hey, Steve.
You know, it's a huge show to actually take you.
During the last 10 minutes, I did a lot of clicking on my cameras to find a busy spot in the St. Louis area, and here it is, 270 at 367 in the Spanish Lake area. No issues to report, just some volume, especially for people who do not want to be stuck on the Chain of Rocks Bridge like they have been the last few days, because right up here, 67 is still closed, but it is a speed limit run if you do take the Chain of Rocks or Canal Bridges. Things are moving just fine on the inner belt. You should have no problems. Sounds like a busy day for you, Kent, and it's already been a busy day in the traffic department. We are following breaking traffic news. This is the view from one of our MoDOT cameras, 70 eastbound, just east of Bermuda. That is in the Normandy area. So if you take 70 eastbound to get into the city of St. Louis, be prepared for this. A 2-car crash has closed at least 2 of those right lanes. You can see a wrecker is on the scene. MoDOT is saying this will not be cleaned up for at least 30 minutes. We are working to learn more about this, and as soon as we do get updates, we will let you know. Yes.
You know what everyone else is talking about? The fact that they haven't seen this
In a
since
long
December
time.
20th.
He did.
No, I think it was December 17th because I wasn't here that Monday.
You weren't here.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, it's late last year.
Well,
Late last year.
welcome.
Thank you.
I
Happy
get that.
2016 to
Okay.
you.
Yes, you too.
Yes.
Welcome
Yes.
back.
Thank you. traffic volume is like, what's going on? Is everybody sleeping in?
I hope so.
Yeah.
No, I hope they're just staying in bed and watching us.
There you go.
Yeah,
go.
that's
like
good.
that.
Well, it's cold this morning, as you mentioned, and we have a cold day on tap, although it does warm up a little bit and will melt a little bit of snow before this day is out. Really? I don't know why that's happening.
What's wrong, Kent?
Can you show us what's happening outside, maybe?
Did you drop your clicker?
No,
Did you?
I didn't. I dropped his phone.
There it is.
It's been 4 cents. That's the average price of gas in St. Louis right now. Hard to complain about that.
And as you probably heard by now, these rock bottom prices are thanks to falling crude oil prices. But what we want to know, how long is this going to last?
Okay.
My money is on our money expert, Maribel Aber, in knowing that answer. Maribel. Things are looking just fine over the Blanchette Bridge. Mark Griffin and Sky Zoom 4 showing us that traffic is moving okay into North St. Louis County. No complaints there, but if you take the Chain of Rocks Canal bridges, speeds down to 18 miles per hour on the approach because Route 67 is still closed. I just got information from a St. Louis police officer, 55 southbound right here. There is an accident near Potomac, and we are still tracking this multi-car accident 55 northbound coming out of Jefferson County. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Laura and I and the rest of the News 4 This Morning team will be right back.